Well, another nighttime video, and yeah, it's Saturday, the 4th of April, 2026, and I did a video earlier, which was my first one at night, and I've never done anything like this. I quite enjoy it. There's a peace, I don't know why. It really is. It's quite noticeable. So I just wanted to, I don't know, just share that our essence, that's who we are, does not have boundaries. And you've heard this before, and I'm just only repeating it. I can only explore this from what I've experienced. And a lot of the time, when I was young, I used to astral project all the time. But what happened was that I tried to show my sister and my friends how to do it, but awake. And I'm an innocent kid. I was about 9 years old or something when I did that. My point is that it didn't work, did it? No. I was like a bit surprised. And it's the conditioning. It's just the conditioning. When we're meditating, when we're focused on, say, our sleep, we're not in a condition. Sleep is a different story. It's how to explain that one. It's, for me, I skim. So skimming is this aspect where there's, hopefully we'll get this with this. Here is the world, consciousness. Here is unconsciousness. And in between the two is this area, there's this gap. And that gap is like you just bounce through it. You just, like that. It's like throwing a pebble across a pond, and it bounces. So everyone can do this. This is not new, and I'm sure that science already knows this, or some of these three-letter agencies know this anyway. But the thing being is that in that space, you're not limited. And the other day I saw something on Instagram which was saying, when you fall, and you're in a dream and you fall, it's your angels wanting to catch you. And I was going like, what a load of wally. I could not believe what I was reading. And then I suddenly realized, this is, there's a lot of good information, but there's half and half information, and there's really bad information. As I'm sure most of you can attest to if you've critiqued some of that information. But having had the practical experience of that, and the knowledge of that, and the wisdom of that, I could quite honestly say that's not appropriate, not at all. But when you get to those spaces where you can do that, that's the magic. Because when you fall, you surrender. And like I was saying in other movies, other videos, it's about surrender. And when you surrender, what happens? What do you think happens? For years, as a kid, I was falling, I'd wake up, I could astral project, no problems when I was a kid. But that falling, that was like, whoa, that was pretty freaky. And I don't know when it was. I was a lot older when that happened. But I was falling. And I was going, okay, I'm going to see where I go. So I just let go. I just surrendered. And what happened is there was nothing. There was nothing to fall from, to, or whatever. It just became eternally universal. And I was going like, wow, this is cool. I can see left, right, up and down, infinite space, infinite time. No such thing as time, but infinite, direction. And it was so beautiful. And I realized, wow, what was the condition that was stopping me? Yeah, there's obviously the fear, but inside of that, there was another condition over and above just that fear. Where did that fear come from? No one ever, I don't know many people would be talking about, oh, like I had this dream when I was falling and da-da-da. It used to be a time when you keep your dreams to yourself. Maybe more now that you can say it, but definitely, didn't used to be that way. So where did all that come from? That's conditioning. And that's what I'm saying, is we're being so conditioned on so many different levels that we don't even know about, that we've stopped understanding who we are and the abilities and the power that we have. And, it's a challenge, because I can look into somebody's eyes, or I can just look at their body or look at their face or whatever, and I can see, okay, where's your beauty? Because that's the first thing I do, is I don't see you. I see your eternal self, the soul, if you like. I see that first. And then you come second. So I already know who you are before you even open your mouth. So it's the benefit of that is that you're compassionate. I mean, why would you judge somebody when you know who they are already? It might be a wee bit different in certain situations, but at least as an empath or whatever, that's the way it works. At least for me. I can't say for all empaths, or psychics, but yeah. So our conditioning is really what's stopping us from doing things. And I believe so intently now that this 2026, this fire horse year, this latest full moon, are all about removing those restrictions, removing those blockages so that we can be who we're meant to be. We can evolve spiritually, emotionally, mentally. How cool would that be? There's a lot that won't. We understand that, but, pray for them. Be grateful. And on that note, I think I've said enough for this expression. And so I'll say good night. And it is getting a bit colder, so I'd like to go and warm up a wee bit, yeah, if that's possible. Okay, cheers for now. Take care. Have a good one. Ciao. Happy Easter.